Hey guys, this is Alex the Maniac. My name is Ivan and welcome to the Arena Commander. Well, actually this is a video about how to earn some wreck and what is the uh, most useful way I found. You know, they say necessity is the mother of all inventions, right? So I have just an Mustang Alpha, so I kinda earn wreck and rent all my other ships that I want to fly in the PU. So you know that kind of forced me to experiment and to find the best way to earn some wreck and the best ship, at least that's for me the best ship I found that I like the most to earn wreck in the Arena Commander. You know, you can earn wreck with the races as well. I didn't know that for a long time. Like they are a bit shorter than the Arena Commander, so it is also a good way to earn some wreck. And you don't have to be first at all. You get some wreck even if you're 5th, 6th or something, you know. So, you know, that's also another way if you want to go with that, or just like races more than dogfights or whatever. But in this one, I'll show you how you can earn and what you can use to earn that wreck really easy. Like, what options do I use? This is I'm flying the Delta. I rent that as well and then go into the Arena Commander, and I also rent some guns for it, so I'll show you that as well. But you can see it on here already. Sadly, I had this bug with this red thing in the middle of my screen, right there when where I have my targeting system. So I had another video I recorded, but you can see it here. Like, these guns are destroying. They're just awesome. So let me show you that from the start here. So when you go to the electronic access, you go to the ships, and well, I'll go over them real quickly so you can see the prices a bit. I mean, you can check that out for yourself, but you can see here the Super Hornet is 16,500 Rex. So that's quite a lot wreck to earn. The Gladius, for example, is 9,000, which is a good fighter as well. It's a good ship to use in the Arena Commander, and the Avenger is 6,000. It is kind of cheap, but it is kind of bottom heavy. It's for the turning around and stuff. The Hornet is really one of the best fighters, but you can see here the cheapest one is 11,000. So you know, they cost quite a bit. And I'm saying that because you can see here the Delta is 6,500, so it is kind of pretty cheap. It has its drawbacks, of course, and the biggest one is its shields. And it comes with size 1 shield, so you can even rent a shield size 2 for it, because you can like mostly get one shot at almost by the one duel in it, and everything else is excellent. The turning rate, everything is really good. Here by the weapons, Tempest 2, if you have size 2 rockets that you can fit, these are the ones that people mostly use, and they are the ones that are pretty good. And here the Marksman 1, if you can fit only size 1 rockets on it. But this is the one I take, like the M4A laser cannon. This is size 2, and this is the biggest gun I can put on the Delta size 2, so I like to take these because you have the M3A on front, the size 1s, 2 of them, and you can put 2 of these on the other mounts that you have on the Delta. And this is also nice here, preview the ship matrix. You can go there and then you can see you can get all the details you need, like what size guns you can put on, what size shield and whatnot. And this is like what I wanted to show you right here is the shields are actually you can see it here, actually size 1, this shield that it has, and it can carry a size 2 shield. So that's kind of if you want to. You don't need it. I didn't do it this time, the videos I made right now, but you can also do that if you feel really vulnerable. Oh my god, I better not pronounce that word. So you know what I mean. Here are the shields. Now size 2 shields, you have 2 options, and the difference between these 2 shields are you can read it here, they kind of put it vaguely, so you have a clue. This one is more for rockets, like for splash damage, and the other one is more for the direct fire. Now if you want to equip the Delta with a shield, sorry, I recommend this one. I kind of had a better experience with it. So take this one for the direct fire, because rockets you can avoid. You have the flares and the chaffs. So if you want to take a shield, take this one for the delta. For the direct fire, ID is the last one. Like, they have the same name. The other one is just I something else. Sorry, didn't check that. So ID is the ones with the direct fire. So you go to your hangar then, and pick your ship that you bought, rented, sorry, put it in, and you can see in the base hangar the lighting is still a bit messed up, so you can't see it really. But you can have now on the left side under the descriptions, you can change the equipable or the equipped, or just the weapons that you want to see at the moment. So I changed for the equipped, and you don't have to drag the weapons off the ship anymore. You just have to drag up there on the right. Just click on the weapon and drag it to the right a little bit, and it will take it off the ship. So that's kind of a neat feature. They implemented that with the new 2.1 patch. I was trying to turn the ship here so you can see the other mount that it's off as well. I just dragged the guns up there to the right a little bit and it took it off. And then yeah, to change down there on the left side under the description the equipable ones, find your M4s, MA4s, and put them on. So you can see on the other side as well. Yeah, there they are. Both guns are there. And the ammo loads itself, that's kind of good. Well, these are lasers, but if you have ballistic weapons, you just have to click F, get out of this, and it will load the ammo as well. So that's kind of a neat thing that they did. Don't have to think about that. And you're ready to go into Arena Commander. Now let me show you here, when you start in a Delta, for example, you have that gimbal mount in the front. So if you fire your guns right now, the lasers, the M4s that we have on the sides, fire straight, and the gimbal mount fires where your mouse is. So with Control G you can change the flight mode, and you'll get this little dot, and yeah, you'll get this bug as well. So yeah, I had to self-destruct, yeah. So I don't know if that happens to the other ships. I didn't have this much trouble with when I was flying the Hornet. I was renting the Hornet Ghost, and this wasn't happening to me. I don't know if it happened even once. So I'm not sure if this is with the just with the Mustang or with some other ships. I know other people had that problem as well. So yeah, but it happens. So it's just, as I said a few days in another video, like I played for an hour last time in the Arena Commander, and at the 18th wave it dropped me out and I didn't get any wreck, so it was all for nothing, and that just is painful. Yeah, but yeah, let me show you a few tricks I found out in the Arena Commander, and just the stuff I use when I'm flying, like what I do to make it a little bit easier to chase them and to turn around. So you see now my guns fire all at the same spot in the front, so you can target your enemies easier or just lay the pain on them easier, because all your guns fire now at one spot. And when you choose guns, look at their speed. That's like how fast the bullet travels or the laser travels. And if you have different guns, try to match their speeds to see if the speeds are like close with each other. Then you don't have that big of a difference when you have these two like targeting circles, and they're so far apart that you can't hit anything. So you can also do that to match the speed of the gun, so you can easier hit the target when you want to. And you can see here now I'm using the combination S1s, the M3A and the M4A, and you can see they're absolutely destroying. Like, they're really awesome guns. You will need more hits for the elite units, and you'll see that. I'll show you as well. But the best part is they don't overheat like other guns, like the Ominsky, for example. They bring a lot of hurt, but they also like overheat very fast. And you'll see here I can fire a lot of shots. I don't think I ever had an overheat at all in the Arena Commander with them. I played like 5-6 matches at least with this one when I rented this one. But you can also see I'm watching my shots, because you'll get more points if you don't miss as much. So the repeater, for example, uh, it has that fast firing rate, but it also impacts your points. And that's another thing I wanted to tell you guys, is these guns are really good for points. You can get a lot of points, and I'll add the other video as well when I had 4 guys, because sadly in this one the other guy that was with me will drop out probably. Yeah, like I said, it just happens. The game drops you just at some point or another. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But so in this one I was alone at the end, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't have that red like Vandal something that I have in the other video. So I use this one to just show you how I fly and the stuff I wanted to show you with the little tricks here when the units spawn. I'll show you when I clear this wave. But as you can see here, a few shots and they're dead. And that also brings a lot of points. The most points you will get is with rockets. So if you have rockets, good rockets, for example, if you can mount the Tempest 2 rockets, 1 or 2 rockets, especially the first waves, you only need 1 rocket. And that will bring you the most points, like 1,000, 1,200 maybe, just for 1 ship. So the less hits you had on an enemy and destroyed it, the more points you will get. That's at least how I figured it out. I'm not sure why they did that, because the easiest way to kill them is with rockets. You know, it takes more skill to shoot them with. I don't know. Maybe there is a logic behind it. I just don't know what it is. So it is what it is. And this is it. You can see down there, one of them already destroyed itself. I go on the top of the tower, and they are trying then to come towards you or target you, and because they spawn, and this works now only for these, because these spawn here. In the other map you have them on the open space, and that of course won't work. But you can also use the environment, you know, like here you can see they are smashing against rocks and, you know, these asteroids and whatnot, so you can also use that to your advantage. But for this map specifically, you can go on the top of the tower, and I'll see if I done this in this video. You can then strafe a little to the left or to the right when they spawn, just to go on the other side where they are, and they will, like, almost half of them will probably hit the building or just destroy themselves, you know, trying to like turn around and get to you. So that's kind of useful thing. If you can call it cheating or whatnot, but if you know, stay alone like I am right now here, you can use it to your advantage, just to even the odds a bit. So yeah, the other thing here, you can see I didn't target him while he was coming towards me, but I prepared the turning immediately to turn around. Now when I'm turning around, I'm using it constantly. I don't use the match speed anymore button. I use space to lower my speed. And I started using space now constantly, so every time I want to turn, I click space, I speed myself down a bit, and then start turning. Now the thing about it is, if you just hold space and slow yourself down absolutely like to a halt, or even just slowing yourself down and you get to those lower speeds when you start to be really slow, your turning rate is going to be slower as well. So you gotta then release the even though you're not turned around, or you're just, even if you're still looking in the other direction, just release it, pick up some speed again, because your turning rate will pick up as well, and you will turn quicker, of course. But I'll try to show you in a few examples here when I have to turn around. But you can see these guns, man. I just love this combination. The ship is very agile. It doesn't strafe to the sides too much, you know, like you have with the Gladius, for example. You have those, and that's particularly dangerous when you're flying here near these asteroids and a lot of these small ones. You know, you just cannot keep them all in your view field, or just keep track of them, and you're bound to like hit some of them, especially when you're concentrating or trying to hit the enemy. And you can see here, like, I slowed down. You can see my speed. I already, like, when he was close to me, I already started holding space to slow down, and that also helps with the redouts or blackouts, so you won't get those as much as well, especially with faster ships. If you're flying a Gladius, that helps a huge amount. Even the Avenger, and you can see here it turned too fast, but like that's the thing I used. And I remember when I started I had so much trouble hitting people because I was concentrating on matching my speed, holding space and releasing and stuff, and I was totally like then going with my mouse left and right and missing like all the shots. It's just something you have to get used to. Like, maybe you found another way, you know, if you guys have some other ways you were flying or some neat tricks. And here you saw I wanted to back up, like just where I came in, like just back up again in that direction so the rocket won't get me, but I hit the rock and died. But yeah, if you guys like have found out some tricks that are useful in the Arena Commander, or just flying skills or some flying tips that you have, just yeah, write me about or leave a comment or something. I would love to try it out, you know, to test it and to see. Because we all have our quirks, and as I said, necessity is the mother of invention, so depending on what trouble you had in the Arena Commander, you're just gonna adapt and figure stuff out how you can, you know. And you can see here, this is the elite unit. Yeah, I was wondering what this. You'll have to hit him more than the others, of course, but as I said, like the best part is they don't overheat, so you really have that option to just spam fire on him. But here, the scavengers, for example, they go out really fast. So yeah, you can see me. Just check my speed when you watch the video if you wanna see the turning rate, or how you can see now I slowed down as well. Now it's a bit harder to see because when you're turning in the other side, it's gonna slow down as well, you know. So the speed is going to go down. It's hard to see when you're doing, but as I said, like immediately when I start turning around, or even before, when I see he's flying towards me, and then when he's coming near me, before I even start turning, I press space trying to slow down a bit and then start turning, and immediately release space, even though I turned maybe 30-40 degrees, so I'm still kind of looking at the other direction, but just not to lose the speed of the turn, you know, and release space and then turn after him. And then again I'll use space maybe to not overshoot him, you know, because they change their behavior also in the 2.1, so they'll usually start turning as well when they pass you by. Depends also if you hit them, so kinda the elite units, they're much faster to turn, especially if you didn't hit them. They want to keep that fire on you. So with the elite units, it's kind of good when you see them going towards you, try to land just 1 or 2 shots on them, because they will then continue to fly after they pass you for a bit longer. Just so something I noticed. So or just I got the feeling that they're kind of doing that. But here you can see, because I was alone, and this delta, that's like the bad side of it. It really can't take much. So 1 or 2 hits, maybe one, you can like get hit, because the scavengers have that one big gun on the wing that's like a knife, and then the smaller gun. So the smaller gun, it's okay if you get hit by that, but the bigger one, oh my god, like sometimes I just explode. I didn't even see that I was like that somebody shot at me. It happens so fast, so almost like one shots you if those hits land. So with the glaive, I think because it has two big guns, if those two land on you both, you're like dead. But yeah, as I said, you can rent that shield. It's 1,000 rec more, so you have 6,500 for the delta, and then you need two of the M4s, so they are 800. They're like also not that expensive as well to rent. So this is kind of the cheapest way I found to rent a ship that it's good for fighting, because it's agile, you can turn fast, you can fly fast. The boost is 355, so you can like in this like small area that you fight in, you can really be in 10 seconds on the other end almost. So yeah, like 6,500, and the guns are 1,600 because you need both of them, and that's about it. Like with that I played about 2 hours. I had like about 4 matches, maybe 5, and that already paid for all that, you know. I got enough rec. So you have another 6 days, because you rent the course for 7 days, to earn yourself, you know, more rec for whatever ship you just want to try out, or whatever you want to do with it. Now here you can see me again using the top of the tower just to to mess them up a bit, and you can see here like how many, 6 or 7 spawn, and there's 2 left, 2 left at the end. So it's kind of, you know, neat trick. I guess that's gonna be also patched one day as well, but until it is, we can use it, right? All is fair in love and war. But yeah, you well, if you notice, like I'm using space now constantly for slowing down, and that also goes, yeah, that's what I wanted to mention to you guys as well. When you're targeting, for example, and you're turning, and he's like flying almost circles around you, and you have that problem where you have your target circle on him, but the lasers or the bullets still fly behind him, you know, because you guys are still turning. The physics in this game are really awesome. That's also, you can see it here almost. Well, you saw there I stand still, like I braked to a standstill so I can land my hits on him, and that's also like a good tactic. And you saw it here, like I got hit from nowhere, just one hit and boom, you're dead. So yeah, I added this also at the end. I wanted to show you guys the points that you can earn, what I was talking about. You can see here the 18th wave, I'm actually first, and it almost have double points, double the points as the second player. But as I said, like you try to land your hits, don't try to shoot too much, and with these guns you can then really get a lot of points for it. And yeah, let me just finish that with the speed. So when you're turning around and you can't land the hits because the lasers keep going, keep missing it, not really landing on where you're targeting, because you guys are in a full turn, like he's flying around you and you're trying to turn and land hits on him. Use space as well, so your lasers can catch up with the target faster, and then you can land those few more hits that you wanted, you know. That also helps out a lot. So just try it out. It with like with everything else, it is an getting used to, you know, thing. So just try it out. And I wanted to show you guys here the 18th wave as well. Sorry about the bug. on the middle of the screen. It kinda, yeah. Well, it was worse for me. I had to play with it for 18 waves, but as I said, you get so many bugs. You saw like when you spawn or just drops you out of the game, so I just didn't want to get out of this. Wanted to earn those wreck and just play with it the whole time, and you can see it here, like it kinda got in the way sometimes really bad. And you see here I'm watching kinda mine fire. I'm trying to like line him up real good and then land it. And if you do that, like if you try to line him up for all your 4 lasers to land on him, like even these elite units can be destroyed really fast. So I really like this combo because the guns are like S1s and S2s. It's really not like a strong gun combination, but as you saw it here, the elite ones, this like the 18 waves, these are all elite. Like he died pretty fast. So that's kind of the cheapest way I found to and as I said, if you guys have also found out some stuff or some cheap ways or guns or ships that you use and that you find really easy to use and useful, yeah, just write me about it. Would love to try it out. And I was checking here to see how much of us are left in the game. I think that one of the guys had 3 deaths, that he is out, that only 3 of us are here. But as you can see here, I only see 1 guy with me, so I wasn't sure. But again, like, you land those shots, you can see him now up there in the right corner. He's already red almost, like he's destroyed. He has no shields. He barely survived like those last shots. So I love this combo. Like if you're using, you have to use the other flight mode though to have your guns focused on one target in the middle. Maybe that can be a little bit of a problem if you're used to using, because the biggest advantage using a mouse and a keyboard is the gimbal mounts, so you can just follow your target even though you're flying in the other direction. Well, not in the other direction, but you know, you're flying straight and he goes to the side, but you can follow him with your mouse. But yeah, here it is. Like you can see a lot of points and a lot of wreck earned without any problem. So hope it helps out a bit, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.